I believe the hardest thing we do in life, one of the toughest things we can command in this life is to stay focused, keep our eyes downrange and stay focused during adversity, during conflict, during the tragedies of life, to stay focused on the things that we've aimed to accomplish. And today what I want to share with you today is the essence of my strategy to staying focused, to staying on it, to staying in the fight and pursuing the things that I've set out to accomplish. And I'm giving you the theme of my strategy because the strategy is unique. The actual strategy is unique. Now, the theme we can carry and we can build our unique strategy from, right? The essence of the strategy, though, man, is it beautiful. Here's the essence. Here's the essence of the strategy. And one thing I want to give you today, and the one thing that if somebody said, Ben, what's the number one tool you can give anybody? Here it is. In the midst of your storm, in the midst of your conflict, in the midst of tragedy in your life, you want to continue to add value to who you are. Continue to add value to who you are. And here's the truth. That word value, I talk about this all the time. That word value, it literally means, in this context, this is what it means. Value. The quantitative magnitude of your presence. It's the quantitative magnitude of who you are showing up in that moment. And you're going to add to that during the time of conflict. During the time when the world says, not today. During the time when your finances are like, haha, you don't got it, bro. You don't got it. During the time when your health is saying, ooh, we don't have the energy. During that time when everything is hard, add value. And here's what I'm talking about, right? These things exist. These things exist in your life. Conflict, tragedy, unfavorable circumstance. They exist to break you. They exist to slow you down. They exist to ultimately and potentially kill who you are. See, the enemy, he doesn't want you to know. He doesn't want you to know who you are. He doesn't want you to know how powerful you are. He doesn't want you to know the strength that you have. He doesn't want you to know the intelligence that you have. These things exist. They bump up against you. They exist to minimize who you are. And how you combat that is to add value to who you are. Continuously adding value to who you are combats the minimization of who you are by circumstance. And a lot of times, these circumstances, they don't even contradict or conflict directly what it is we're trying to accomplish. They exist to minimize who we are so that we can't get to the point of success. We can't get to the point of significance and impact. We have to stay focused on adding value so that we don't get distracted, right? David Goggins, in his new book, he talks about these distractive wounds that when a first responder shows up, they're trained not to focus on the distractive wound, the one that the leg's all mangled. We want to see that leg and go, oh, we got to jump on that leg. But they're trained to actually look at the vitals and the breathing and all the stuff to make sure there's no life-threatening issues before we handle this leg, right? And they draw the connection, the connotation that we have these type of wounds in life. And I agree with them. But these things that exist, they're to distract us from ultimately the things that could potentially threaten us, kill us, kill the things that we're trying to accomplish, right? And these things end up killing us by distracting us from understanding and knowing deeply who we are. All right, real quick, one more explanation, one more example. Right, I'm going to use George Foreman. Okay, a world champion, Olympic champion, boxer decides I don't want to box anymore after he loses the title and has some hard time. He decides I don't want to box anymore. He decides that I want to be a preacher, and he goes and he preaches and he opens a center. And ultimately, what happens? The guy, he's over his money. Spends it all, loses it all. He's broke, right? Now, George Foreman, doesn't go, man, I had it, I was doing, and then boom, it's gone, man. He was still set on impact. What did he do? He had the self-awareness and the self-discipline and the self-understanding to add value. He went back to who he was. I got to get back in this ring. Not only that, I got to do it at the highest level possible. I got to become a world champion. And he utilized the value of who he is, the quantitative magnitude of his presence to bring that about. Oldest champion ever. That's the other side. By all athlete standards, he was too old to do this. Right? X amount of years out of the sport, hadn't hit a bag in how many years, blah, blah, blah. Watch the movie. It's dope. But I'm telling you, this is what it takes. How many fighters, how many athletes have been at the pinnacle, lost it all, and they rolled over? Not George. George had enough value in himself that he understood at this moment when the chips are down, there's nothing. My back's all the way against the wall. I'm pressed on every side. I can bet on me. Can you bet on you right now? Can you bet on you? Do you have enough value in who you are? Do you have enough magnitude of presence to bet on yourself when the chips are down? When the circumstance isn't favorable? When the money isn't right? Do you have enough stones to bet on yourself? The only way you get there is by adding value. And like I said before, the strategy to do so is unique to you and what you're trying to accomplish. Get with me, follow me, let's go. Let's do this. Be blessed.